What's up, people? What's going on? I hope your life is phenomenal like mine. Classes in session. Y'all heard the bell. Get on the airway. Don't bring your ass, bring your brain. Bring that brain to the airway. I know you're so used to the demoralizing statements of bring that ass. But no, not today. Today, we have no use of the ass. We're going to need the brain today. So bring your brain. All right? Some people say, well, Nate, that's just a figure of speech. I don't care. When dealing in reality, I don't need you speaking figuratively to me. Mean what you say and mean what you say. We could play sometimes, but we're not going to play all the time. What's going on, people? Hit that heart button. Let somebody who you care about know that there's proper science, mathematics that's going on the internet. It's not too much foolish. It's not it's not all foolishness. You got one of the great deities that's walking on the plane of this existence and speaking right now. You should be sharing the video. Hitting the heart button. Or at least Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, people. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes, indeedy. You know, I've been thinking. And of course, you know how the brain is. We think about a lot of things all at the same time. The mind is so powerful, you can think about more than one thing at one time. That's just like you could do more than one thing at a time. But that's just how powerful the mind is. That's just how powerful that the body can become, followed by thought. Some people may think, no, you can't do two things at one time. You got to ask what culture is talking. You got to find out where's the source of that coming from. Just because it's factual and informational, that don't mean that it apply to me. You see? So again, no, we not are alike. That's just trickery. Somebody tell you that everybody is the same, they part of the kabaj. They part of the dumbing downness of the planet Earth. They part of the low frequency vibrationing. You got to keep in mind, you got a higher self and a lower self. And just like the temple, because your body is the temple in which you are housed in this plane, people, you need to be clear on that. So just like over in the temples in Egypt, they had a higher Egypt and a lower Egypt. What did I tell you? What do I tell you? How to take in this information? You are to equate it with nothing but that of the essence of who and what I am. You see? So like I said, one of the things I've been thinking about is that what I want. And I ain't got no problem with sharing this. So allow me, feel free to do so. But before I do that, let me tell us why we come together this evening. Okay? For via Facebook, it's titled Just Principles. Check. And via YouTube, I think we titled it, or I titled it, what was it? I forget. Let me see if I can find out what title it is, name. All right, never mind. I can't recall. It's not important. I should have wrote it down. I usually wrote it down. However, I know it's dealing with principles. All right. Oh, revisiting principles. That's what the title is of it on YouTube. Revisiting principles. And on Facebook, it's just principles. Now, somebody asks, like, that's a broad range of a discussion when you're talking about principles. So just to keep it all in a nutshell, I'm going to be coming from the idea of the Kabbalion principles. Okay? If you don't have a copy of this, you might want to own this and grab so that you can grasp it in your hand. It's on computer too. You see, you can get your little laptop or whatever you got, iPads, or your equipment, and download it too. But it's nothing like having it personally. So because they can shut this computer down, they could take that off after I done manifested it to its supremeness and fullest. They can take it down so that nobody else can get the same empowerment. But if you got it personally, they can't take it from you unless they come in your home. And then once that happened, and you know it can, y'all seen V for Vendetta, okay? They could come in and burn my library down again. It won't be the first time. But you got to remember that you're to store this information in your blood. Remember, the Christians tell us all the time there's power in the blood. And I'm here to tell you, as a long-time follower of Christ, it ain't just his. B. Some of you niggas got so much power in the blood that they got to shoot that juice up in them. All under the skies of there's an illness floating up in the sky somewhere. Don't try to trick me. I know better. I came to Earth to be able to see everything. Cubic linked. What you think? So, like I said, some of the things that I want to share this before we start dealing with them Kabbalion principles. We're just going to revisit them. There'll be another stream that I'm going to do where we're going to revise and let each and every individual share their enlightenment to that of what they've learned of these so-called ancient Egyptian principles, right? Because I don't want tomorrow, next week, I don't want to be regurgitating this information. This shit is old, people. This is old to me. It tells you in the beginning, it says that from old ancient Egypt have come the fundamental esoteric and occult teachings. And I'm here to tell you that it's much older than that, because after you recognize plagiarism, you'll see that there is nothing but a recycling, only that up state of differences in each civilization, only to be one follow after another. But that'll be another topic. And like I said, we're going to do another stream where we won't be just revisiting, we will be enhancing. And we're going to do follow-ups. We're going to keep it going with these principles. Because as you can see, these things is old. And anything old is worthwhile making anew. Check? But like I said, some of the things that I want for myself, I wish to share with you. And one is MENT. Now, there's a game that I played when I was a kid. My grandmother taught me it. What she would do was tell me to write the word on a piece of paper. Right? INLIGHTMENT. Now, we got N, we got light, right? And you got mint. Now, mint could be a peppermint, experiment, the mint where you got money at, but it also is the root word of mental, one's mentality. You see? So once you go within yourself, and remember, Jesus Christ, according to all the pastors and teachers and preachers, told us that we are to enhance our spirit so that your light will shine upon the world. So, in other words, when we're looking at enlightenment, and this is what I want, keeping in mind, I want to be totally intel with myself, my mentality of all that what I wish and conceive it to not only be, achieve, but also be. I want prosperity. And you could do your own game with these words, people. Write them down. And you find out how many words you could get out of a word and what those words mean to you at the specific point in time of your existence, because it's going to change. And listen, the idea and the concept and the way the game is played, which is the frequency of it, is not the same for each and every individual. We can all play this game, but there's going to be a different experience for every individual. That part you don't know, and I didn't really want to share that. But there's a lot I could share about it, and that's only going to be the little esoteric aspect of it that I'm going to share. Check. I want prosperity. So we're going to take a break for a moment. I have to do something real fast. It's not going to be long. Just checking up on a few things, making sure other aspects of existence is copacetic. All right. So allow it at this time and at this point for yourself to just marinate on some of the things that I brought to the table thus far. The whole idea about this experience is just to keep an open mind. And not only while it being open, you want to expand. I want to expand. The mind is you. You are the mind. All right? I come back. All right, so yes, these are some of the things that I do. I train myself to want enlightenment, prosperity, riches. I want riches of mind, body, and soul. I don't want just riches of the body, which is the physical world. Do we want the body rich too? Yes. I think and conceive in the idea of enhancing and taking in proper minerals or proper vitamins. Do I got to stay away from things that is harmful to the body? And is it any good? It's up to me. And whether I never ever want to touch it or maybe I might want to have it once in a while. It's totally up to the God, him or herself. We want good, or I want good things. I want nice events. I demand beautiful experiences. This is what big people do, people. You beings out there. Big people do what they want. Little people do what they can. I want beautiful experiences for myself. I see beautiful experiences. And because I see beautiful experiences, it's like ordering something in the mail. I wait for its manifestation. I don't doubt. I don't forget about it. Just like when you order something in the mail and you waiting for it, if it don't come, you're going to put on this tracking number or call somebody. You're going to start getting upset. Why don't you feel that way about the way you manifesting your powers? You got to put the same energy that you do into the physical world to the spiritual world. Check. I want the chance to evolve to greater existence. And I realize that I won't be able to do it unless I master myself. Not this realm, not this plane, not the earth, not the system. Not I don't have to weigh in good over my bad. I could be 100% bad. As long as it's vibrating comfortably with me, which will be the frequency and the flow, then so let it go. This is going to be the understanding of why I'm reading to you the principles. And the principles in which I'm speaking of today is that of the Kabbalion. I'm speaking of the 7 Hermetic principles. The principle of truth are 7. This is why you find 7 played out in a lot of states of and planes of the world's philosophy. And he or she who knows these understandingly and understandingly possesses the major key before whose touch all the doors of the temple fly open. You know what the temple is? Do you know what the doors is that's to fly open? We're just revisiting the principles now. We're going to get into explaining and revising. Revisit is different from revise. Right now, I want the people to revisit so that when I come back and do another video on the revisement an enhancement of these principles, you probably already gonna be able to get in the comment section, be like, look, God, this is what I found with this, that thing, and the other. The 7 Hermetic principles upon which the entire Hermetic philosophy is based are as follows: the principle of mentalism, the principle of correspondence, the principle of vibration, the principle of polarity, the principle of rhythm, the principle of cause and effect, and the principle of gender. The 7 principles will be discussed. We will be going into this, like I said, in later videos, but for the most part, we're just going to revisit these principles because, like, if you follow me on my Facebook page or on my period, and you've seen any of my videos, particularly in my videos, YouTube videos, I have where I went over and discussed the ideas of the Kabbalion. They're probably on a beginning's conceptual scale of existing. However, this is why me myself is revisiting, so that I can always add the new. You see, this is what makes an individual to become a new being. Every 7 years, you should be different than you was in the last 7 years. This is evolving. This is expanding. This is enhancing. This is enlightening. This is empowering. This is the ultimate thing to happen when you are empowered and embedded with and emanating all the qualities that you possess. You have nowhere else to go but higher and higher and higher. So the 7 principles that we're going to discuss, first will be that of the principle of mentalism, which is the all is mind. Now remember, when we first started, I took you to the idea and the concept of being enlightenment. So that means after you listening to this information, whether you're going to accept it or not, there's still be, to some degree, an increase in your electromagnetic field. And if you didn't think that you had one, I suggest and recommend that right now I take a break and you go look it up. I'll come back. Hey, we're going to need to know if this information is true, people. You see? We're going to need to know, like, is there any relevancy to what this dude is talking about? Does the human body have an electromagnetic field around it? So you see, we're going to need to know, like I said, that this information that we're talking about is real before we even delve into this idea of the principles. This is what's going to help you to be able to come up out of a belief system into a manifesting factor. Only a step little beyond that of knowing. That's all. Don't be scared. Somebody be like, damn, you using some real profound, powerful words. No, I'm just manifesting means just let me see your works. Okay? Bring it into fruition. Make it pop. Make it happen. I can go to the ghetto terminology. I speak Ebonics. That's what's popping. Make it pop. That's all. It need to be far beyond what you sitting there talking about. I think the Christians say it best. Works without faith is no good. So you have to understand what they're talking about. Just sitting around thinking about something, it's not going to make it pop if you ain't moving. You need to be working. That's what working is. So, principle number one is mentalism. And we're talking about how the all is mind. Let's just go over this. I'm not going to explain or expound on any of these ideas. We just want to revisit it. Let some people get a chance that never even heard of the principles before to just be able to hear them without somebody else's explanation. Shall we? So I do humbly apologize for being so long-winded with the talk of it, but that's just how I am. I'm the advanced class on the planet, y'all. So work with me. Like I'm learning to sometimes break it down a little bit, where others can, even a 3-year-old can comprehend what I'm expressing here. I understand that I got to do these things. That's why I ask everybody bear with me and work with me. I'm only a decade into this. So the principle of mentalism embodies the truth that all is mind, right? Ain't that what we said? It explains that the all, which is the substantial reality underlying all the outward manifestations and appearance, which we know under the terms of the mental universe, the phenomenon of life, matter, energy, and in short, all that is apparent to our material senses is spirit, which in itself it has here unknowable. But I'm gonna have I can't just go let this get by. I have revised this book. I have revised these principles. I have brought these principles far greater into just 5G. Okay? So it has here it being unknowable up until a certain point. Remember, when this material was written, they didn't know too much of anything. So, and it states that, in short, all that is apparent to our material senses is spirit, which in itself is unknowable and undefinable. We're sitting here today and we're going to define all this information. In fact, we're going to not only define the information that's in the books, we're going to start to define all actions and things that's going on in our state of existence. I'm tired of these people walking around here talking about, oh, I don't know why am I this shooting going on in my neighborhood, this, that, thing, the other. Because I'm dumb. That's why. And I need to wake up. Talk about you, I don't know. You don't know. When are we going to know then? Damn. I'm tired of living here on earth with you. You act like you don't never want to know nothing. So it goes on to even has the nerve to use the word but. B-U-T, people. Which means then again. Which may be considered and thought of as an universal infinite living mind. It also explains that all the phenomenal world, listen, explains that all the phenomenal world or universe is simply a mental creation of the all. Now I'm going to say of yourself, of what you manifest. But again, those who are in kindergarten, take your time in your perceiving. Subject to the laws of created things, and that the universe as a whole, right, and in its parts of units, which includes you, has its existence in the mind of the all. So we're nothing but like fish in a sea. Fish in the water. You got an aquarium in your house, and you got some fish in it. You're just the largest aspect of what you just did. You put them poor little fish in a little closed environment. And that's basically what you did when you came to the physical world. You limit yourself and put yourself in a little closed environment. Just so you can have your experiences. Don't get mad. You got to learn that this is what you wanted. That the fish didn't have a choice. But you best believe it's making its way through its incarnation to get the fuck up out that tank. What you think it's thinking about while it's swimming around all day, looking at you or walking around talking about, ooh, look at the little fish. The little fish so cute. Mommy, I like the little fish. That fish looking at these fools. Let me out. What's that you eating? That shit is that a cow? Now the fish might want to be a cow because it see its next level in which it can get up out of the tank. At least it could get on some wheat bread with some A1 steak sauce thrown all up on it, going down your throat. You see? So don't laugh, because you all done played your part in the creation of this here shit. Check. You talking to the Almighty. And if you didn't know, now you know. And I love y'all, and I thank you for welcoming me along. And all people, person, place, and things in the creation is welcome along with me. Let that be written. So this principle, keep it in mind, it's the principle of mentalism. And this is probably going to be the only principle we're going to get to cover for the day. I'm not going to definitely be able to go over all 7. I can see myself now. It probably will be a 7-hour goddamn video. You know how I like to run my mouth. I can't just read and shut up. I always been like that. Even in class. I got in trouble. We read. I'm like, ho, teacher, stop. What you mean? Christopher Columbus discovered America. Go to the principal's office, Nathaniel. Damn, what I do? All I'm doing is trying to learn. Now I gotta wait for an ass whipping. You see what the life I live, what it cost me to get here to be able to bring you this correct mathematics and science, people? And you think I'm gonna let you tell me that I'm wrong? Wassle. If I can line all them teachers and principals up to this day, whip my mother with them, I'll show y'all something. I swear to God. But here's the thing. We don't have to worry about it. Everything that we're doing is on time with time. Ain't nobody gonna miss the party. You ain't gotta worry about it, babe. You ain't gonna miss the beat. You might have to wait your turn. You might gotta get in line. Cause you got ticket number 6,2,000 trillion and something odd number. But eventually you'll be able to get in. This is the way we made it to be. There's nobody gonna fail. Not only particular niggas. Did you really think only 144,000 people gonna get to go to heaven? Oh man. That's why I stopped watching TV a long time ago. Real talk. And I stopped listening to people. Yeah. Well, you've come up as like I've come up in the same vibration, degree, and field that governs and dictates existence. You get the opportunity to be the whistleblower. What did my man say? Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Shout out to the whistleblowers too. I think you do a fine job in existence. And getting away. Shit. They living better than they was living before they blew the whistle. This principle, by establishing the mental nature of the universe, easily explains all of the very mental and psychic phenomenon that occupy such a large portion of the public's attention, and which, without such explanation, are non-understandable until you start to understand and defy scientific treatment. An understanding of this great hermetic principle of mentalism enables, like I like to say, the individual to readily grasp the laws of the mental universe and to apply the same to his or her well-being and advancement. Are we clear on this? Y'all want me to shut it down? I'll shut it down. I'll shut it down, god damn it. If you ain't clear, we can go ahead and go do something else. I could go watch the girls twerking at Gluteus Maximus. Shaking. Like it reminds me of when grandmom used to put the chicken in the bag of flour. She just starts shaking it. You ever see them beautiful goddesses out there trying on different clothes and garments that is pleasing and appealing to the nature of the male figure? What is it? Is it the yin or the yang? I'm not quite sure. I forget. But it's one of them. But one thing I never going to forget, I know that one complements the other. So I need both yin and yang in existence. Check. This is the type of party you playing and dealing with when you on Earth and in the physical. Stop crying and complaining. You want this. You wanted it. Nobody told you come to Earth. It ain't like your mother and father got together and said, nigga, I'm going to bring Nathaniel here. And you talking about, no, I don't want to come. That ain't the way it went. Now you get down here and you go through the trials and tribulations, or so-called trials and tribulations, right? It's only because you forgot what the fuck you was going to go through when you get here. Me, I remember. You got to be said, well, Nate, you know you're going to have to be a drug addict at one point to be like a real genius in existence. You're going to have to use certain fucking material down there on Earth if you want to be the greatest being. Hey, fuck it. I'll deal with it. How long is it going to be? Probably about 7 years, 9 years out of your life. 3 years, perhaps, if you advance well and you don't do no real harm and damage to yourself or anyone else. Hey, fuck it. I'm going to Earth then. And you make manifest. That's what the Cupid with the arrow signifies. And okay? How you going to make your transition into your avatar? That's the aspect you want to grow into. These are the phases of existing that you got to go through. You can't just feel comfortable after having graduated high school, people, and getting a good job, making a 6-digit figure, and taking a couple trips. That's not life. I'm telling you. If that was so, I would have did that shit 100 times. You know me. Which I already did, actually. But that's for even the more reason why I can sit here and explain that that's not what's all popping. That's not the all and be all. That's what I'm explaining. Listen to people such as Manny P. Hall, Alan Watts. Huh? Google these people, yo. Brother Panic, Phil Valentine. Freeman, who is it? L. Freeman, who is it? Freeman L. C. Freeman L. Ooh, he brings out a lot of power. Just if you could sit there and be attentive long enough, he'll pretty much give you the base and foundation for you to become a God or DDESS immediately. Real talk. If you fast and took in nothing but things that's of electricity, alkalinity, and listen to some C. Freeman now, an understanding of this great hermetic principle, mentalism enables the individual to readily grasp the laws of the mental universe and to apply the same to his or her well-being and advancement. The hermetic student, because this is what you are at this point, okay, is able to apply intelligently the great mental laws instead of using them in a haphazard manner. With Tyre Master Key in his or her possession, the student may unlock the many doors of the mental psychic temple of knowledge. That means you'll be able to go ahead and sit back and lay back and sip on some Earl Grey, Earl tea, and wake up and and do a video too, and tell me what, how, why, where your existence is manifested. Instead of waking up in the morning talking about we should be praying to the all praises due to God, glory to God. Okay, blessed by the best. Giving all praise to the yo. Why you keep going outside yourself? Whenever do you go home? Meaning checking in with what you think that's going on in existence. With Tyre Master Key in his or her possession, the student may unlock the many doors of the mental and psychic temple of knowledge and enter the same freely and intelligently. This principle explains the true nature of energy, power, and matter, and why and how all these are subordinate to the mastery of the mind. And who did I tell you the mind was? What did I say the mind was? Who was paying attention? Huh? That's right. Who? You. Can you prove me wrong? I'll wait. You'll never manifest it. As long as we wait, you'll just be at peace. And if you try to manifest any stupidity, you'll just be being disagreeable and bringing nothing but chaos, confusion, and turbulence. But don't worry about it. I'm ready to iron all that out too. There is no weapon formed against me that shall ever, never ever, 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 never, 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 never prosper. If you form anything that shall destroy me and come against me, I'm going to utilize it for growth and advancement and development. Both on my part and yours, because you so stupid. How about that? Better leave that nigga alone. That's what they say. You better. If I don't fuck with you, you shouldn't be fucking with me. Ain't that how they say it? Oh, what, you scared now because of the terminology in which I'm expressing? Now you want to keep scrolling? You want to take your device and, oh, I don't want to watch this video no more. He's talking about fucking. Did you know that all your curse words, everything they taught you about cursing, you don't even know how to curse. You don't practice magic. What are you talking about curse words? Stop cursing at me. You people get on my nerves with that. I use a curse word and they tell my wife, watch your mouth. My mother, watch your mouth. Yeah. You see how when I use those words it made shit jip. You just didn't know how to take it because it was so powerful. You felt inconvenienced and uncomfortable. Whereas you talking about watch your mouth. You might as well say you're scaring me. Which makes me a bitch ass nigga. And both bitch and nigga is gods and goddesses. Remember, everything that you've been taught, it's actually upside down and inside out. And I'll never hesitate to no one to sit down with you and blow some smoke and we can get something to eat and discuss these matters. And I guarantee you, you might not want to accept it, but you can and will walk away with some understanding as to what I'm explaining. That's all. But here's the good part too. Once you decide to say yay, I might want to use this element. Let me see something. Your life will take its change. Your life will begin its further destining in your carnation, if you will, if I could put it that way. All right? So, again, the faster the individual, the person, whether it be he or she, whatever title you call yourself by, y'all switching it up today. I don't know what you are today anymore. And it's all good. She, he, she man, he man. It doesn't matter. When I welcome all people, person, places, things, that means all the monkey mind titles that you people give each other and anything beyond or under is more welcome to come here and dialogue with me. I'm looking for nothing for us to advance and enhance and increase in all aspects of existence. I'm going to extract out of you everything that you got. Everything I could get. If you could think of the creature that does this, this is what I am. That's the characteristics that we do. I think there's one that remind me off to the X-Men. Ain't it Mystique? Or Leech. How about a Leech? That sounds good. Just know that if I suck on your energy, I'm like the Venom, baby. All these movies is very explainable. So the person that grasps the truth of the mental nature of the universe is well advanced. What did Nikola Tesla tell you? I want you scholars out there, people who's in college, to think deep and hard. I want you to get in the comment section and quote and write to me that of what Nikola Tesla said. I'm not going to say it. And don't Google it either. If you Google it, you're only going to be informing yourself of the correct and precise information. And that was something you should have been known a long time ago. But it's okay. Now that you have Googled it, you can't run around here talk about you don't know nothing about that of energy, frequency, and vibration. What you want to go do? Stand in the corner? Don't have me send your ass or your brain in the corner. Pardon that there expression. Sometimes I get real humanized. And it's okay. It's going to happen. What you think is going to happen when you are existing in things that has not possibly, but is part of the chemistry makeup of that what you are. Because keep in mind, an individual isn't nothing but that of all of the sum total of their experiences. We need to go. We're going to need to be clear on that. I'm going to have to take a break for a minute. I have to step away and take care of some business real quick. But I come right back. All right. Right. So as I stated when I left, I apologize for going so distantly. It's okay. You're only going to get what is meant for you to have in existence. You're going to have to realize that about life. One thing about life, you don't miss nothing. It's like putting a movie on, and sometimes you fall asleep, and you think you missed the rest of the movie. You wake up in the morning, and you say, damn, I missed the end of the movie. No, you didn't. You already didn't. You already knew that the movie's going to end that way. In fact, the way the movie ended is going to be pretty much the way you have probably figured out it would end anyway. That's why you fell asleep. It wasn't interesting to you. You see? So he who grasps the truth of the mental nature of the universe is well advanced on the path to mastery. I want to tell you that. I want to give you your certificate today. I want you to know that you are a grand master today. If you ever heard anybody say anything of their life, listen, the closest a person will get to hear anything like this, you got to take up some type of martial arts. Did you know that? Or be in the military, maybe as a Green Beret or marksman. But I don't even know there do they use anything of the idea of mastery. Huh? Put in the comment section all of the areas and fields of existence that a person can dwell in, where it entails masterism. Can you please help me out? Enlighten me. I'm the teacher. You're the teacher too. And teacher, iron sharpens iron. Steel gonna sharpen steel. Metal gonna sharpen metal. Rubber gonna sharpen rubber. I'm going to imagine if iron sharpens iron. I'm just being silly now. Forgive me, people. So listen. These words are as true today as at the time that these old ancient sticking 40-year niggas wrote this shit. And you don't know when this was. There's no originally no set point in time when this stuff was written. It's just the way it is. All we know is that this is the way it's supposed to go to master the realm here on Earth. And without this mastery key, mastery is impossible. And the student knocks in vain at the many doors of the temple. In other words, you could kiss your sweet ass goodbye. You here on Earth for nothing. And you're just doing nothing. And you're wasteful. And you ain't nothing but just a filthy, no good, stinking 666 ass. Ain't got no heavenly in you. That's what they teaching you. That's what they taught. That means everything that you learn in school is a lie. If I'm not accurate and correct in my teachings, then what we learned to school people is fucking a lie, man. And that means that we're living in an illusion anyway, like I tell you. So what difference does it make? Try it your way. If it don't work out, heaven, you can always go back to and doing it the good old American way. What's holding you back? You ain't got enough cojones to get out here and stand on perpendicular 45-degree angle squared up? Talk like to me. Huh? I can't see you. Hello. My mom used to say that when she fucking try to get in your dome. And you stand there looking like, you don't understand what the fuck she talking about. What was school tiresome today for you, son? Did they give you this too much bullshit of information? You get home and you don't want to act like you don't know how to pick your bags up and clean that popcorn up off the floor that you just spilled coming in. Stop it. At some point, you got to grow up. And growing up entails becoming the God. This is the ghost in which Jesus was speaking about was to come. I bullshit you not. Remember the story. He told the disciples, he said, look, my niggas, I got to go. They like, oh, Jesus. They got their sword and everything out. They was fighting. You know, talk about probably throwing some fishes to the people who didn't eat. And Jesus grade bail out. Because you know that's the first thing came to your mind when you heard that story and you read it in the Bible. Like, damn, Jesus bailed out on him. He said, I'm going to leave. They said, where you going? He said, no, they said, where you coming? He said, all right, they might have asked where you going. But the story goes, when you coming back? What did Jesus say? Did you hear what Jesus said when the disciples asked him when was he coming back? He didn't know. That time was not yet known. Let's see if I can look this up here. Let's cut the music down for a minute. We're going to get serious. Let's be serious because this is serious to me. I'm compassionate about my religion. Lady Shape, but I'ma stay. Lady Shape Butter. Yes, a beautiful part of our essence. Thank you, Lady Shape Butter. So let me see if I can find that. I said, what was it? That's how can I ask this question so we can locate this answer in the Bible? Where does it state about Jesus leaving the disciples but to return? That might be the correct question. Let's see. So, no, no, that's not the one. We don't want not that. That's not it. I think it's in Math. Well, it got to be all in the books because they're all the same. Matthew, Luke, John. It's just the story is thrown around in there. So if you could find it, probably in one, there'll definitely be in another. But we're not going to spend too much time on this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Those who don't, if you listen to this and you don't know that that's part of the story, then they need to be listening to Joyce Myers or Rick Warren, somebody. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody that's good in biblical. In fact, they probably want to first go take the classes with the Hebrew Israelites. That's what you want to do. I used to study with the Hebrew Israelites at 33rd and Diamond in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That school ain't there no more. 33rd and Diamond, my niggas. Peep the game. Of course it's not there no more. Look it up. And in their teachings, that's one of the things that you'll learn. Who and what things is according to existence, what is it? Biblically, biblicology. That's what I'm gonna say. That according to what the Bible is talking about, in other words. That's the group that really does the fine job. Other than Melchizedek York. All right, so we're going to move now into the principle of correspondence, which happens to be the second principle. Check. Dealing and working with the principle. I'm going to have to get me something to smoke if I'm going to do this, y'all. Those who are non-smokers of the cannabis, please excuse me if you have not yet grown out of the idea of letting someone smoking marijuana or using it deterrent and affects you into your supremacy. I do beg your pardon, but I'm going to light up at this point. Okay? And so you got the chance to leave now and or just become aware. That's all. You don't get mad when you go to a barbecue and the person sitting next to you eating ribs, pork ribs, and you sitting there eating your vegetarian dish. You still sit there and talk to them. I watch you. So don't get mad because I'm dropping one jewel, but yet I'm performing and acting in one of my rituals and something that you may be discomforted in. That only shows that you need to be another area of life where you need to be growing at. All right? So it may be a good thing that I light up right now for some of you people who's listening to this type of information. And I'm not telling you that you should be indulging in it either. Because what works for me probably more than likely don't work for you. You know what I mean? Like, keeping it real. I'm cut from a different cloth. Ain't too many of you out there cut from the same cloth like me. Are you kidding me? You gonna cause for the earth to be shut down now. You're trying to make the possible impossible, just as the gods of other galaxies have done, and they all have failed. Stay in your lane, nigga. Stay in your lane. That's what they say here on Earth. Stay in your lane. Trust me, you're gonna win the game. You gotta wait till you get a more modernized and faster car. That way, and only that, and then can you switch up lanes. Like a boxer. A boxer will go from orthodox to southpaw on you. And that's professionalism. There's not too many people can do that. There's not too many people could get in the ring and beat up a southpaw and an orthodox individual. I know this because the ones that can do it never even step foot in the ring because they got the perfect science. And that's what it's about. This is why I'm bringing to you that of principles. And the second principle is that of correspondence, which entails that as above, so below, and as below, so above. Now, this would take a whole new, entire 3 to 9 hour video to explain all the facets and conceptual ideas and views of that of above and below. I'm already an hour and 20 minutes into just explaining one principle. And we just at the second one. And the first one, I had to cut short. I didn't even begin to scratch the surface of mentalism. I do my best each and every time when I do the videos, though, to express a different enlightenment. That's the good part about it. That's why in the beginning I showed you to be enlightened. To be enlightened is enlightenment. I don't care what it is. It could be about auto mechanics, carpentry, electricity, clothing, doctors, nursing. We need all these. We need people who like to cut open skin and watch blood ease out down to the main artery so that they can get in there with instruments and start doing their configuration in your spine. To some people, that is phenomenal to them and extraordinary. You can't do it. You can't even look at a gunshot wound without talking about, your son riding his bike, riding down the street, falling, scrape his knee. And you talking about, oh, what do I do? You get some peroxide, B. Get some peroxide, that's all. And follow with some ice cold water, or if not ice in itself, to numb it all up. And that way he or she will stop crying. Part of existence is understanding the function and why I'm here and do something about it. Don't just be on earth just to be, you sloppy, nasty ass individual. Your bathtub dirty, your feet dirty, your carpet dirty, your car's dirty. Your kitchen sink is dirty. Your dishes is half washed. I ain't lying. I see everything. And you talking about you the shit. I give you that much. That's it. Just being shit. You ain't nothing much more. Let me stop, man. I'm tripping. You the shit. I know you are. I bet you are. I got some toilet paper. All you niggas out there who think you the shit. And then look, go get a wet rag. You know water is good for us. So we talking about the second principle, which is that of the principle of correspondence, people. I want to welcome every person, place, and thing. What you want to do at this time is hit that heart button. We working in on an hour and almost in 30 minutes, and y'all ain't sent me nothing. I ain't got no money from doing this, and I ain't cashed that. Man, I'm doing good. Woo! Let me check the Richter scale above. Because this is the principle we talk about right here. As above, as below, so above. So if this nigga ain't getting cash out from you, how is he getting paid above? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Because I came here already paid. It is useless to sit here and waste my time to ask you to send me out a donation. What the fuck? I might as well, like, no. Unless this is a business. And surely you know, because I have explained it to you, that this isn't a business. This is the direct passageway of precise and correct enlightenment to extract from. No more, no less. You're not going to find this too many places on earth. This, what I am, is far and wide. And is even restricted. I don't think my videos go outside of America because of the information restriction. And you got to understand where the energy is most vibrant at on the plane of existence right now. So you want to keep energy just like a scientist contained. Else you ain't no scientist, B. If you ain't thinking like what I'm talking about, you're not a philosopher. You're not a scientist. You're not a doctor. You're not a scholar. You don't deserve to be in Harvard. You don't deserve to be in Yale, Princeton. And guess what? You need to bring that brain up out of that, of what they call the Masonic orders. Those lodges. Yeah. Because you know why? You'll be able to do a whole lot more. That's real sovereignty. Why you need to be with that dude? You know what? What symbol is this, Mason? When the Masons do this, people, I think it's like this. What this mean? As opposed to this. Come on now. Y'all seen Trump and all these presidents hit these symbols. I'm not gonna put it out there like that. That's for you to do a little bit of homework. The principle of correspondence embodies the truth that there is always a correspondence between the laws and phenomenon of the various planes. What various planes? That what you see yourself in when you so-called daydream or go to bed at night and dream. And keeping in mind it's infinite. So we can also talk about the planes of our state of existence here on earth, such as the willpower, the mental, the spiritual, the soul. Those are also planes. It has its many unfolds and facets. It's infinite. Everything is infinite. I'm infinite. You infinite. Your information is infinite. Knowledge is infinite. How many times you went to a carnival and you got the big lollipop that got the circle going around it? Did you, while you're licking the lollipop, did you ever wonder why it got all the different rainbow colors that you call, that is of the chakras? Huh? Come on now. I ain't making this up, y'all. How many times have you licked on that lollipop and didn't pay attention to the circle that was symbolically indicated on that thing that you was licking? Did you ever wonder why it came like that and understand the symbolism of that circular? It's, we're explaining to you life is infinite. We go on and on and on and on. I think Wu-Tang Clan said it best. No, we don't die. We just multiply forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, forever and ever and ever. Wu-Tang Clan forever. No, we don't die. We just multiply forever and ever, forever and ever and ever, forever and ever and ever and ever. Huh? You do. Where you gonna go? The things that you're doing in existence, how you're going to escape it. You stole $10,000 from your grandmom on her bank account. You think nothing is recorded? And that the act is not recognized? Wow. You see how human-minded that nigga is? They don't know what's going on. Guys, a god is sitting back and laugh at him or her who does such acts. Look at this fool running in the bank. Snuck the grandmom card out her pocketbook this morning and ran in the bank. Especially with technology today, how you gonna get away with anything that you do? You lucky you ain't in China. I think I heard over in China they got what they call this social credit system. Every time you steal $1 out of my account, they're gonna reimburse me 2 out of yours. Something to that extent. I'm not quite sure how it's working out right now because I've never been to China, but I'm just saying, you getting paid for your shit that you do. Yeah, real talk. Look it up. So the old Hermetic axiom ran in these words. As above, so below. As below, so above. And the grasping of this principle gives one the means of solving many dark paradoxes and hidden secrets of nature. Let's stop there for a minute. Because one of the reasons why I want to stop is because it made mention of the word secret and darkness. Professor X, oh, okay, it's on the web and in the web, shaking up the universe. I see you. Let's get some energy out there and enlightenment to the deity of Professor X, who is on the web, along with Lady Shea Butter. Okay. Let's check Facebook for a minute. Facebook is always doing what they do. Stay under and over the radar. My Facebook, believe it or not, I got 5,000 friends, and I keep a awareness of how many friends on Facebook. So that means I go on there and I make sure it say 5000. Because I can't understand how come nobody don't make any comments. Out of 5,000 people, you can't get one person that say shut the fuck up. Like what's going on Facebook? Facebook don't. I'm telling you, I wish I could screenshot this and show y'all this. Which I will be doing all this in the future. I'm going to get better equipment coming in the income tax year. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do with my money, just so I can show and prove the shit that I talk. And that's what I need. We want receipts, news clippings. I don't want news cuttings, news clippings. A lot of news, a lot of people doing things and they making their asserting their accusation and taking parts of video clippings. It ain't even got nothing pertaining to the subject in which he talked about it, but they're used that individuals as like Donald Trump that they doing. This is how I know. And it'll say that Donald Trump is saying something, and I seen the speech. That wasn't even what he was talking about. But because they so good with editing and clipping with the technology, they could take what I'm saying and make it negative to you. And just like right now, if I was to say, Nate wants you to be the greatest you could be, and somebody will come up with an idea of, let's say, a particular nation or people being great, and they'll throw that clip in real quick. Instead of saying nation, it's being Nate said this, that thing, and the other. So we have to be careful. And so what I'm gonna do is update my equipment too, so that I could do the same thing. However, it won't be in a deceitful, in a how can I say, misguiding way. See, I don't want to guide you to that of being a slave. I want, when you walk with me, when you smoke with me, if you eat with me, when you drink with me, and when we conclude, you're walking away more empowered. I'm going to too. There's no ifs, ands, or but. This not a doubt. Else I wouldn't have it so. If we together, then it's meant to be. You see? So, getting into the idea of the concept of a correspondence, as we have stated, that this principle embodies that there is always a correspondence between the laws and phenomena of the various planes of being and life. I want y'all to listen to these words and listen to it close, people. The old Hermetic axiom ran in these words, which I'm about to share with and read to you here, which is, as I've already stated, as above, so below, and as below, so above. And the grasping of this principle gives one the means of solving many dark paradoxes and hidden secrets of nature. There are planes beyond there are planes beyond that used to be beyond our knowing. And to some of the people, and most of them, yes, it is. But I want to paraphrase here because, like I said, we all in different boats. Some people know, and then some people don't. You got three on this plane of existence, and dealing with the paradigm and the cycle and the mathematics of the number 3, which is first base, second base, third base, neutron, protons, electrons, neutron, and so forth. You go on and on and on and on. All right, energy, frequency, and vibration. We got to understand that. What was my point? I was going to get at about that. Let me see something. There are planes beyond unknown, but when we apply the principles of correspondence to them, we are able to understand much that would otherwise be unknowable to us. Okay, so back. This is what I wanted to say. So now, again, dealing with this information is written from time before. We now know we clear. This individual is clear. How the principles is of universal application and manifestation on the various planes of the material or the mental and spiritual universe. We are clear and exact and precise in how it is an universal law. You and I. Look at the spelling of the word universe. You see? Anytime you and I exist, what is a verse? Coming about into a clear and precise state of existence. That's what versing is. You and I verse. Say it like that. You and I verse. What you say? I say you and I verse. That sound good, don't it? See? Because you went to school and you said you and I verse, it threw your perception out there somewhere deep. Out space. Like Gina told Martin about his mind. You ever see the sitcom of Martin Lawrence? And Gina said, Martin, you done lost your mind. It's out there somewhere. He was like, That's what it is. This schooling system is throwing your mind somewhere other than within inside yourself. And now you can't see clear. There are planes that is coming into view now that is clear to you. And when you apply the principle of correspondence to them, you're now going to be able to understand much that would otherwise have been unknown. It used to be unknown. Why do you think they changed the curriculum in the schools now? Why you think? And I'm not even going to mention that idea. Forgive me. Strike that. This principle is of universal application and manifestation on the various planes of the material, mental, and spiritual universe. It is an universal law. The ancient individuals considered this principle as one of the most important mental instruments by which man was able to pry aside the obstacles which hid from the view of the unknown. Its use even tore aside the veil of Isis to the extent that a glimpse of the face of the goddess might be caught. Just as a knowledge of the principle of geometry enables man to measure distance to suns and their movements while seated in his observatory, so a knowledge of the principle of correspondence enables man to reason intelligently from the known to the unknown, or vice versa, studying the monad, the understanding or overstanding of that of what they call the archangel. Listen, moving right along, people. We're going to jump into the idea of vibration. Nothing rests. And this idea entails that nothing moves. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. And that nothing rests. We need to be clear on that. There again, we're at that paradigm of the idea of being free. Right? And what principle are we talking about in vibration? The principle of 3. And that is nothing rests, everything moves, and everything vibrates. Did I say a couple things? Did I say a little bit of things? Did I say a few things? Did I say only a certain things? Did I say only certain minerals and beings? No. Everything. Everything. And if you speak good English, it's very comprehensive. It's not hard to understand. Most of you got a high school diploma. So don't act like you don't know what everything means. He gonna talk about, Do a crystal vibrate, Nate. Go stand in the corner. All y'all people that's like that, you're gonna go stand in the corner. We're not playing today. Do a Nate, do a glass vibrate. Take that ass in your brain and stand it in the corner. Real talk. I just told you. I was specific in my reading. I read very well. I ain't miss a word. I ain't even miss a what do you call it? A vow. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Why don't you see the glass moving, Nate? Because you're in your meat suit, my babe. Come up out of your meat suit and you'll see everything. You limit yourself when you came to Earth. By the way, shout out to Martin Lawrence, who got his star in Hollywood. Those who are occultists and dealing with the esoteric sciences, y'all know what that star means, don't you? Okay, Martin. Shout out to Martin Lawrence. Damn. I don't know. Maybe one day we get to see the boy who from Philly. What's his name? Kevin Hart. Yeah, Kevin Hart might get a star too. Whew. I mean, I was listening to Phil Valentine about them stars in Hollywood. I don't know if I ever wanted to be I don't know. Well, it might not be too good for me to have a star. What do y'all think? Y'all think Nathaniel should have a star in Hollywood too? Let me see. I see the chat moving. It got to be Lady Shea Butter, y'all. Lady Shea Butter. You know? Lady Shea, we already stars. We came here stars anyway, and we not falling. We rising. I tell you, grand rising, dear. I listen to the energy that you bring to the network, and it brings me grandacious and glorious of rising in spirit. Yeah. So, facts which modern science endures, and which each new scientific discovery tends to verify, and yet this Hermetic principle was enunciated thousands of years ago. Right? Go in that corner, get in that corner. Yeah. I'd rather look, and getting in the corner is the best thing to do. Out of all the things that people have you do, let's look at it. Presidents, what they got to do? They got to go kiss the wall, right? I just seen Trump, Biden, even got to bow down and kiss the star. But it's just something about that corner where you got to go stand in the corner. It's like something personal. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I can't say I don't know why. That'd be non-truthful of me when I know a lot of things. And if I don't know something, I could pretty much figure it out in about 3 seconds. It's all right for me to say that. You just gotta imagine. It may sound like biggest and what's that word they use for Trump? They say Trump self-conceited or something to that extent. I forget, but it's a good thing because you got to recognize if you don't tell yourself what it is, you're gonna be accepting the idea of somebody else. So, yeah, it's the best for me to go and stand in that corner because the corner is like where I'm gonna collect my thoughts, and that energy that I'm vibrating is like it bounces off the and back into me, and it gives me the chance to reflect on what's exactly going on and what I'm doing. You know, so in the principle of vibration, getting back into that idea, it is a principle that was enunciated thousands of years ago by the other masters, which it possibly could have been you. Only you can tell. All right. And this principle explains that the differences between different manifestations of matter, energy, mind, and even spirit result largely from varying rates of vibration. So, from you, all right, and you are the all. You are all that you are. In fact, it's like you are a law. There's no reason why the 5% nation used the terminology of a law being that of a arm, leg, arm, and head. It's not too far stretched from the same thing. The all, a law, the law, the LOAW, right? It's all the same thing. So from all of what you are, which is pure spirit, down to the grossest form of matter, all is in vibration. The higher the vibration, the higher the position in the scale. That's the race. You want to be high on the scale. You want to be high on vibrationing. You see? Oh, man. The vibration of energy, it has here spirit. But we know spirit is nothing but energy, people. So whenever you hear spirit, you automatically see this as energy. All right? If you hear me say spirit, I'm talking about energy. So the vibration of spirit is at such an infinite rate of intensity and rap, rapidity that it is practically at rest, even though the physical naked eye doesn't detect this. Just as rapidly moving wheel seems to be motionless, and at the other end of the scale there are gross forms of matter whose vibrations are so low as to seem at rest. Between these poles, there are millions upon millions of varying degrees of vibration, from corpuscle and electron, atom, and molecule to worlds and universes. This is why they made the individual scared of that which is sacred. And what is sacred? 666 is the formula. You'll begin to increase in knowledge as to that of 666 as you become more acceptance of the information that you hear in your life, as opposed to shutting it out and running from it and going back to your old ways. Some people, they get this type of information and knowledge and they want to go back to being Christians or Muslims or Buddha or something. Yeah, because they feel as though that, oh, this isn't working out for me. I don't think this is right. I don't think this is powerful. I don't think this is the right way. Well, your first mistake was when you started talking about what you think. Because as a man thinketh, so shall it be. I'll be back. All right, so let's close out on this principle of vibration. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to come back. We're going to get back with this. We can come back. The next principle after vibration is the principle of polarity, which will be the fourth principle. Check. So in closing, with the third principle, which that being of vibration, keeping in mind that nothing rests, everything moves, and that everything vibrates. Check. The higher the vibration, the higher the position on the scale. The vibration of spirit is at such an infinite rate of intensity and rapidity that it is practically at rest. And at the other end of the scale, there are gross forms of matter whose vibration are as so low as to seem at rest. This is why it may be almost inconceivable for an individual to understand the concept. But just know that yes, it is you and I that is at work. All right? Just as, I'm sorry, between these poles, there are millions upon millions of varying degrees of vibration, from corpuscles and electrons, atoms and molecules, to worlds and universes. That's what we was talking about. That's what I was making mention of. That 3, 6, and 9. That 666. It's all wrapped around the ideas of electrons, atoms, molecules. Okay? And this what creates the worlds and the universes. Everything is in vibratory motion. This is also true on the planes of energy and force. Look it up, people. Which are but varying degrees of vibration. And also on the mental planes, whose states depend on vibrations. So even on to the spiritual planes, it is so. And understanding, understanding of this principle with the appropriate formulas enables the individual, the most masterful student, all right, to control their own mental vibrations as well as those of others. Wow. You ever wanted to do that? You ever wanted to mentally caress the opposite sex while sitting from a distance from them? You can do it. And her significant other don't even got to know. Let me stop being so bad. See, this is why we don't like to teach the secrets of how to manipulate and master the realms of this world. Because some people gonna do it and they're gonna take it for their advantage and personal gain and ego pleasures. But don't do that. This is the time where we're giving you another chance. So you had this power before, and that's what you did. I'm walking down the street with my girl, and now my girl thinking about you all the time. Because you done learned how to manipulate and master your powers. And now you got the world all fucked up because you got the white man scared, and he talking about this shit is voodoo. Stop it, because he don't know how to participate like you doing, and that So all we want to do is now regain this type of scenario, but I need you to be performing and acting in a better manner. In other words, being responsible. Else, listen, you're only gonna hurt yourself. That's the thing about witchcraft, black magic and white magic, voodoo and the like, etc. Oh man. Listen, you only hurt yourself when you don't apply that which is right. Because if it's not right, then I won't be right. If I don't apply and administer the appropriate applicable substance, then what should I expect? I'm in an arena where there's a symbiotic relationship going on here. Which you don't know. You don't know how to master and manipulate this earth game yet. What, you gonna wait till you 80, 90 years old to figure it all the fuck out? Some people would take other incarnations to figure it out. Why? Like, what's going on? Real talk. So, in closing, allow yourself to be understandable and susceptible to the appropriate and accurate principles of existence. And with the appropriate formulas, it will enable the individual to control their own, not only mental states of vibration, but their state of existence, man. And yes, you begin to help others. There's nothing spooky or there's no secret. The masters also applied this principle to the conquering of natural phenomenons in various ways. Quote, he who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power, end quote, says one of the ancient writers. All right? Keep that in mind. So I'm going to leave you all individuals. I got to go now. It was a pleasure of me being so sincere, upright, and right with you. Not so much righteous. I'm not righteous no more. I used to be righteous. I'm not. I'm now all righteous out. I can't be no more. You can't get but so righteous. At some point, you got to start just now becoming right. And you know what I'm talking about? Like, I hate righteous people. Righteous people is the worst people. You ever notice that? Yeah. Pay attention. So as I greeted you, I'm gonna leave you, and that's in hoping that you live in a grandiose and purposeful life. All right. Where I am, it's a Saturday. I got to put in some work for the system tonight to accumulate them physical digits so that the bills can get paid. And I do what I do because I like what I do. Other than that, I won't be doing nothing. I don't have no problem with asking you, can you give me a bottle of water, knocking on your door. I've read too many stories how Jesus then walked up and down the road with nothing to eat. Whereas to the point everybody wanted to give him a pair of shoes and some clothes and something to eat. And I never lived a life to that extent. I'm sure I can do it that way. But I'm gratefully I don't have to. I'm pretty well off. But I'm sure that if I didn't have motorcycles and yachts and whatever I want in existence, you people out there, just as I'm doing for others, help me out too. So I appreciate all your energy out there. And again, uh, I welcome every person, place, or thing, no matter where you are, where you exist in, whether you are a Martian, whether you're from Venus, you could be from Mars, you could be from on the other side of the moon, you could be from the Grand Canyon. Listen, all you niggas that's in the Bermuda Triangle, hopefully y'all can come back through there and let me know how it was in the Bermuda Triangle. Like wherever, vortexes, if you shooting through pocket holes, airways, and come on, get on, let me know. Get in the comment section. As soon as you get some technology and you get your way a cell phone or a laptop, let me know what you're doing and how you got here. Right, Lady Shea? We welcome everybody. I don't give a fuck if you, yeah, I mean, you got multi different sexes about you. I'm interested. Let me know. Yeah. And, you know, there's a lot going on the planes of this existence. And I'm more than welcome to dialogue with us so that we can bring about greater and wider view of existence and empowering. That's why, you see, I'm not fearful of nothing. I'm not scared of the boogeyman. I'm not scared of aliens. I'm not scared of the UFOs that's flying over the White House. If there's in such a thing, they're not over my house. They're not over Nate's house. They're over the White House. So it's on the news. I'm not making this up. So if you got objects over your house, Mr. White House, tell them to see if they can land on top. Don't they got a landing pad on top of the White House? Sure they do. Because the helicopter used to bring the presidents in. So y'all should be able to ask them niggas that's flying over the White House to land. Offer them something. What is your pleasure? You like woman? What you like? You like man? You like books? You like oxtail? What you like? Just don't fly over my fucking house all day and you got me on the news talking about, oh, well, people, don't worry about it. It's just something over the White House. They flying over that White House for a reason. A landing pad. That's right. There they got a landing pad. Why they don't those? You seen that on the news? Why don't they land on a landing pad? I don't know. But you know how the news go. They're not going to tell us everything anyway. They probably did land on the landing pad. I'm sure they did. In fact, hold on. I might be expecting one knocking at my door. I don't know how to greet them either. I don't know whether to say namaste, OCO, ashe, salam alaikum, shalom alaikum. Hello? What's up, nigga? How do you greet somebody from another planet, yo? Let's hope they did. Yes. Lady Shea Butter says, let's hope they did. Yeah. And if they did, we're probably gonna have better technology and ways of having our existence. Yup. I'm going. In fact, let me do a little research as to what's going on with that too. I'm gonna see if the Pentagon has identified what the fuck is flying in their territory. I gotta go into the secret documented files. I may gotta contact Citizen Man, ex-Citizen Man, do some research. Yeah, go over to Rumble and YouTube and so make sure you subscribe to Citizen Man. He does a fine job in following up after what these people is doing politically. All right, so I'm out of here, y'all. When I come back, hopefully we can start check off from the place we left off with this principle number 4, and that's going to be the polarity. All right, to Lady Shea Butter, I appreciate your existence. Thank you for everything you do. I did get the notification of the last, let me see, thing that you dropped on YouTube. If it's not here, it's probably on my phone. But I did see that you put something up today, so I'm gonna check that out. All right, and y'all got my blessings and my wishes, and keep doing the great works that you're doing. I appreciate you, and the universe definitely appreciates you. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.